Good day, and welcome to Shen Plays. Today we're getting started in Sid Meier's Civilization 6. This game comes out next month. Actually, it's later this month, huh? Today's October 3rd. This game comes out on October 21st, so it's just later this month. I've been playing it for about 4 or 5 days now, off and on, and I have a lot to learn. So don't expect this to be an absolute professional playthrough of the game. I'm still learning a hell of a lot. So far, I've only played as Scythia, which is quite a fun civ to play, but I think today we're going to try someone new. Let's head in and let's create a game. Now, in this preview build, there are only 10 civs to choose from, so we don't get to see all of the civs that will be in the game when it's released. There will be 20 civs when the game is released. Let's see, Twitch chat said we're going to play as Japan, so let's take a look and see what their bonuses are. All districts receive an additional standard adjacency bonus for being adjacent to another district. Divine Wind. Land units receive +5 combat strength in tiles adjacent to the coast. Naval units receive +5 combat in shallow water tiles. Builds encampments, holy sites, and theater square districts in half the time. Samurai. Japanese unique medieval era unit does not suffer combat penalties when damaged. So that's the same as Civ 5. The Samurai unit is. And the Electronics Factory, a building unique to Japan. +4 production to all cities within 6 tiles. Oh, wow. +4 production to all cities within... That's insane. Okay. After researching the electricity technology, this building provides an additional +4 culture to its city. So the city that built it, but not all the ones within 6 tiles. Interesting. I mean, that's so far down the road, though. I haven't even reached electronics yet, so I can't really imagine that I should plan ahead that far. Okay, well, let's hop in. And you can't change the difficulty. Prince is the normal difficulty, which means you don't receive penalties and the AI doesn't receive bonuses. If you set the when the game comes out, there's going to be, I think, 7 difficulties, they said. From Settler being the easiest and Deity being the hardest, just like Civ 5. But Prince is going to be the one right in the middle, and that's what the pre-release is allowing us to play. The speed can be set to quick or standard. Quick just makes everything take less time. We're going to leave it on standard. And the map type, well, I'm really fond of Pangea maps, but let's do a continents map. I have not tried continents map in this game yet. I've only tried Pangea. For map size, I'm going to go large. And the differences here is how many tiles are on the map, and also how many civilizations and how many city-states there are. So the tiny map only has room for 4 players. In the release build of the game, there will be, well, I guess I should say that, there will be different kinds of map types available, including fractal, inland sea, stuff like that. Some of the maps you're familiar with from Civ 5 will be in Civ 6 as well, but they're not in the pre-release build of the game. And for map size, there will be 7, I think, map sizes, or is it 6? Well, in any case, there's going to be more choices, including huge, if you want to have an even bigger map than large, but we're going to go with large. All right, now, since we're doing continents, if this is, I haven't tried this yet, but if this is similar to Civ 5, then continents will be half of the civs on one big landmass and the other half of the civs on a different big landmass. So we should have 5 out of the 10 civs on our landmass and another 5 on a different landmass. Let's hop in and see what we get.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. The great wave of Buddhism follows you, Shikan of Japan, Hojo Tokimun. Your people truly understand what it is to practice balance, and even your finest samurai will be well learned and spiritually apt. Be strong, embrace the divine wind, and you will reach enlightenment.
Yeah, Sean Bean. He does a lot of the voice acting here, so be prepared to hear him often. Ooh, Tundra. I haven't had a Tundra start yet. And we're on some woods. We have citrus nearby, which is a luxury or a happiness resource. And we have rice, which just adds 1 food to this tile. Deer, which I believe adds 1 food to that woodland tile. And silk, which is another luxury resource, just like citrus, but different. Stone is going to be within our city radius, assuming we settle here, which I don't see any reason not to. There's a lot of hills nearby. Yeah, this is a good spot. Let's do it. Let's just scout around just a little bit, see what's over here on the coast. Just to see if we're missing out on any coastal resources, and we're not. I don't see any whales or pearls or anything out there, so I think we're fine to settle right here. All right, welcome to Kyoto. To choose our production monument would help us spread our borders faster, as culture helps spread borders. But I think I'm going to start off with maybe 2 scouts so that we can see what else is on our continent. Get to pick our early technologies here, and you can see there's 3 different starting techs to choose from: mining, husbandry, and pottery. And the tech tree is, well, it's very long. So we're way over here at the start. We're not even going to look at the rest of it right now. Why don't we start off? Let's see, what is nearby? Nearby we have citrus, which requires irrigation, and we have silk, which requires irrigation. So they both require the same tech. If we want to get those luxuries and get our happiness going, then we should get irrigation as soon as possible. Otherwise, we could go for camps, which I believe is animal husbandry. Yeah, camps. So camps would give us extra food from this deer tile, but we're not there yet. Or we could go for mining if we wanted to get the quarry over here for the stone quarry. It doesn't really matter because none of it is within our tile radius just yet. So I'm not going to bother with that at all. Let's just go pottery then. Yep, get that granary and extra housing. So in this game, the difference is, if you're coming from Civ 5, for example, the difference is here is you have to worry about housing. Housing determines how many people can squeeze into your city. And if you check on the little city panel down here, it says we currently have 1 pop out of 6 housing capacity. Now you can increase your housing capacity through constructions in the city itself. Check our city buildings tab over here. Yeah, it says we have 182. How many? I don't know how many is that. Let's see. We have 18,289,698 districts out of a possible 1,503,660,416 possible districts. So we can build a lot of districts here. Basically, this is a bit of a bug. Don't worry about it. Once we start building stuff, this will fix itself. Just pretend it's not there. Like I said, it's a preview build of the game, so don't worry about it. But in any case, this will show you all the buildings and wonders and districts and everything in your city, and this will show you, what you've already built. Whereas this tab will show you what you can build. And we've queued up, what did we queue up? Queued up a scout. Right, and that'll be done in 10 turns. Okay. But once we finish this research of pottery, we'll be able to build the granary, which will add +2 housing, which means our limit on this city will no longer be 6, it will instead be 8. And typically you want to build a granary pretty much everywhere. Another thing to keep in mind is amenities. You don't have like an overall national happiness anymore. You have a happiness per city. So in Civ 5, you had a national happiness. And if it got too poor, if it got like to -10, it would start spawning rebels in your nation. But in this game, it's different. Each of your towns has its amenity happiness. And if your amenity happiness is green or happy, then everything's fine and kosher. And this has to do with luxuries that you connect, buildings that you construct. I'm sure there's other ways to get amenities as well. Wonders probably give you some amenities too. But if your people in a city become unhappy, like if you have 1 out of 5 required amenities. As your pop goes up, you need more amenities to keep them happy. So if you have too few amenities for your pop, you can get rebels spawning in that specific city, which has low happiness. So keep an eye on your amenities level, keep an eye on your housing level, and try to keep your citizens content. Or at least I will try. We'll see how successful or how much we fail. Gotta move something. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, let's keep exploring. Oh, a cliff. Okay. So this is the first time we've encountered a cliff. Cliffs in this game are between water and land. And if you have a unit that's embarked, let's say this warrior went out to sea and started going around on a stupid little embarked boat. Well, you can land the warrior back on back on shores, anywhere you want, except where there is a cliff. So we wouldn't be able to land the warrior from this sea tile onto this hill. We could still go to this forest or this forest, but we couldn't go to this hill because of this cliff. And you'll see these scattered around the map along the shore. And there are going to be upgrades available for your units that allow them to scale these cliffs. But at the start of the game, and in general, most units cannot just automatically scale these cliffs. All right, let's fast forward a few turns while we research pottery and code of laws. Now, we didn't really talk about this, did we? But there's two different researches that happen simultaneously in this game. You have scientific research and you have civic research. Civic research is your government, and your government is highly modifiable, extremely modifiable. Instead of being a monarchy, and then just having set bonuses for being a monarchy. Now what you have is a whole bunch of cards that you unlock. You have military cards, economic cards, great person cards, and what are the green ones called? The green ones are called diplomatic cards. So there's 4 different kinds of cards, and each government has a certain number of slots available for cards. So if you have an oligarchy, for example, as your government type, then you can have 1 military, 1 economic, 1 diplomatic, and 1 random card type. An autocracy could have 2 military, 1 economic, no diplomatic, and 1 random. It's not called random, they call it wild card slot, but it means you can put anything you want there. But yeah, if you look at monarchies, one of the more advanced government types, you have even more slot types available. Merchant Republic, more slot types available. Theocracy, it's just a different type of arrangement of cards. But each government type has its own bonuses as well. So if we go to our government tree, let's see if I can get to there. No, it's the civics tree. Can I get to the government tree yet? We might have to actually unlock governments before we can go there. Let's see, where can I do that? No, that's me. Okay, show government. No, that's not what I want. Well, we'll get there when we get there. But basically, each government type has their own bonuses, and those are set in stone. And then they have the card slots, which allow you to modify that specific government to your liking. All right, let's keep on scouting down the coast. Got some nice grasslands down here. Good, good. I like all these hills around us. Ooh, our first barbarian. Hello. Barbarian Scout. So the barbarians in this game act very different than other Civ games.
It is best to use caution when moving close to enemy units. Doing so will often force the unit to be in the enemy's zone of control, restricting its movement.
Yep, zone of control is back, same as Civ 5. So if you move next to an enemy, or if an enemy moves next to you, then you're limited on your movement path around that enemy. If you want to attack them, then you're not limited, but yeah. So right now, we wouldn't be able to move to, let's say our unit had 15 movement. Well, we wouldn't be able to move to this tile and keep going around. Once you move horizontally alongside of an enemy unit, that ends your movement. That's what zone of control means. It means you can move 1 tile and then you're done. If, however, we move away from an enemy unit, then we can keep on going wherever we want. But it has to do with moving parallel or horizontal to an enemy while you're touching them. In any case, the way that scouts, or the way that barbarians are different in this game compared to Civ 5 is scouts are sent out from barbarian camps. Wherever the camp is, I don't see it yet, wherever the camp is, the scouts are sent out and they try to find towns. Once they find a town, then the barb settlement will spawn some new units, and those new units will come attack that town that was discovered by the scout. So it's important to kill these scouts before they can go back to the barbarian encampment to tell them to send raiders to your town. So yeah, we're going to punk this guy next turn. He's probably going to run away from us, though. Yeah, he ran away.
Our city continues to prosper.
Hey, Pop 2.
Already our people thrive, and our population grows.
Pop 2, baby.
It would seem we have finally tracked the barbarian raiders plaguing these lands to their source. We must destroy the stronghold, or risk future attacks.
Now, that's a bit of a fallacy. She says that you must destroy it or risk future attacks. It's not really the case. It kind of is and it kind of isn't. What she's not telling you is that as soon as you destroy it, a new barb camp will spawn nearby. So if we were to kill it, I mean, I can't kill it because they start with the spearmen. They start with a really overpowered unit so that you can't just wipe it out right away. You have to tech up a little bit, get some archers or whatever, and then go take it out. But once you take out a barb camp, you'll get a new camp nearby. It's gonna happen. So she's not telling you about that. Be aware that...
Our explorers have spotted another friendly tribal village.
Yep, that's a goody hut right there. Yeah, she's not telling you that if you take it out, you're gonna get a new camp nearby. I love this new... Look at this. The map parts that you haven't discovered yet. Look at this. There's like some giant octopus out there. There's a giant fish monster over there. I love this. And the fog, this is the fog of war that you don't know anything about. That's why it's got monsters and stuff. Once you know about it, then you'll see a different kind of fog of war, which is where it looks like the map is torn, right? And it looks like this part of the map, you have constant updates. And the other part is just, well, you think you know what's there. It might have changed by now. That's how it works. These guys will probably come out to fight us as soon as I go for that goody hut. But I'm going to go for it anyway. I want that goody hut. Well, come on then, attack me. I'll fortify, see if that'll deter him from attacking. What say you? Huh? Oh, hey, our city border grew. Look at that. Oh, he didn't attack. Okay. We got 40 gold from that goody hut. I haven't found a game log yet. I would love to find a game log, but you got to pay attention when you're opening up goody huts so you can see what the what bonus you got. We got 40 gold there, which is, it's okay. It's not great. I would have preferred like an upgrade to the unit or sometimes give you a fresh scout. He still didn't attack? Oh, wow. This guy is a wussy. It looks like we're blocked in by some mountains unless there's a little path through here. There might be a path through there. It's possible.
Reconnaissance units like scouts are unique in that they can gain experience by exploring and discovering parts of the world.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune.
Okay, our first tech is done. Pottery into granary tech. Good. So what do we want next? Well, depends what we want to build after this scout. There we go. My my directional keys stopped working there. So now that the scout's done, I'm going to look over here and see if there's a path over here. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, it looks like there might be a path over here. Look at that. Little barbarian scout was useful. It found something for me. I thought this was just going to be all mountains. No, there's a pathway. It may not go anywhere. There may just be a little half circle of mountains there to blocking it, but we'll see. We'll take a look. Now I have to decide, what do I want to build next? I kind of want to get a builder so we can start getting some of these resources hooked up. So let's do that. Builder, 16 turns though? Wow. Do it. I want to get this stuff hooked up. You can buy a builder for like 200 gold or something, but I don't have 200 gold, so I'll build it. Let's go this way. And new research time. Since we're going for a builder, let's get some of these basic things so that we can start farming, camping, and mining. Builders are very different than workers in Civ 5 and all the previous Civ games. Previously in Civ, every time you built a worker, it was a unit that you could use over and over and over and over again. But in this game, you cannot use them over and over and over again. I'll just hold up there for a minute. You can only use them 3 times and then they expire. Then you have to get a new one. And then you can use the new one 3 times and then it expires, etc., etc., etc. That's not Sean Bean? All right, I don't know. I don't know celebrities. I don't really care. Is this guy not moving? This barbarian's not moving? Nope, he's not moving. Weird. Okay. I'll go that way then. Oh, another goody hut. Lovely. Come on, give me some advanced weapons. Give me some spears. Wait, no.
Enacting new policies in our government can be of great benefit. Our people await your decree.
So we just finished research on Code of Laws. Again, this is a civics research. It's different from a scientific research. So the civics research unlocked a whole bunch of cards that we can use in our existing government. Now we start with a chiefdom government, which only has, I think, 2 card slots. So let's see what we can do with this chieftain government.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
All right, change policies, baby. So yeah, we have a chiefdom, which says legacy bonuses are the learned benefits that stay with us as we progress through different systems of government. The learned policy symbol indicates a government bonus that will accumulate over time. So this feather. So we get to choose from one of these 2 military cards, and we get to choose from one of these 2 economic cards. We have no slots available for diplomatic or wildcard policies. Let's see, double experience for recon units or better combat strength for fighting barbs. I'm going to take the double experience for recon units. Production in all cities or faith and gold in the capital. I'm going to take the faith and gold in the capitals. We'll take God King and survey. Confirm policies. But before we do that, let's just quickly show you the different government types that are available in the game. I don't think there's anything beyond these last 3, but basically you start over here on the left with the chiefdom, which has 2 card slots. Then you get to choose from one of these 3, whether you want to focus on a balanced approach, which includes 1 of each type of card, militaristic approach, which has 2 military cards but no diplomatic card, or an economic approach, which has 2 economic cards but no military card. And those are just the card slot bonuses. The other bonuses are listed below the card slots, where it says all land melee units gain combat strength and more experience for combat units. That's very powerful. This one gives you more boost to all yields into capital city. Very strong, assuming you've upgraded some of your tiles and you have a good pop. Also, better wonder production. Classic Republic gives you, let's see, all cities with the district receive +1 amenity. So it makes your people happier if you have built districts. If you haven't built districts, you don't get any bonus. And you also get more bonus points for great people. All right, so let's do it. Confirm policies. All right, yeah, goody hut. More gold. Well, that wasn't what I wanted, but okay.
We have discovered a city-state. Establishing diplomatic relations with them will surely be beneficial for our empire. Perhaps we should send them an envoy.
Already?
There are several different types of city-states, and each may provide different benefits in return for our friendship. Our government, over time, will allow us to earn envoys to grow these relationships. Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us. If we can impress them, I think they will reward us handsomely.
Okay, well, we've only found this one city-state so far, Yerevan. And if we check out this little button over here, city-states, it'll say, hey, here's Yerevan. Here's his mission for us. If I mouse over it, trigger an inspiration for early empire. We haven't really discussed inspirations yet, have we? Inspirations are... It's kind of like a bonus that you get for doing a specific thing in the game that gives you half of the research for either a technology or for either a scientific tech or a civics tech. So if you take a look at some of these scientific techs, you'll see, hey, to get our boost in writing, you meet another civ. Or hey, for irrigation, to get this boost, you farm a resource. And it'll always tell you what the boost requirement is. And sometimes you want to go for the boost because it fills up half of the research bar, so it takes you half as long. So instead of 13 turns, it would be 7 turns. If you meet another civ, then all of a sudden you'll see half of this bar is full. And that's the same for every single tech except for the first 3. Now, if you check out the civics tree, you'll see they also have boosts. So if you farm 3 tiles or just improve 3 tiles, then this one's half full. If you discover another continent, then this one will be half full. Clear a barb outpost to get half of that one, etc., etc., etc. So in this case, he wants us... Come on, mouse over it. Come on, come on. Trigger an inspiration for early empire. Okay, early empire is a civics. It is right here. So it says grow your civilization to at least 6 pop, and that includes all your cities combined. The easiest way to do that is just not build a settler, because when you build a settler, it lowers your pop by 1. So if you don't build a settler, then early empire, that bonus is easy to get. And what happens if you complete a mission for a city-state is it earns you a free envoy. Envoys give you bonuses from the city-state based on what kind of city-state it is. Yerevan, we can see, is a faith city-state. So once we get one envoy there, it'll give us 2 faith in the capital city. Once we hit 3 envoys, we get 2 faith from holy sites, etc., etc. You get more and more bonuses the more envoys you have there. Now, you earn envoys 2 different ways. You earn envoys by completing their quests. Each city-state will have a quest for you. Or you can also earn envoys over time through influence points. Influence points are generated from your government type. So in our case, our government is very crap, and we only get 1 influence point per month from it. Later government types will give you more influence points. So it's easier to influence city-states as your government advances. A lot of talking, I know, right?
Gott grüße euch,
Oh,
Geselle.
good, it's Germany.
Ich bin Kaiser Friedrich und herrsche über deutsche und welsche Lande, über Burgund und manche mehr. Ich weiß wohl, dass auch ihr könnt geherrschen mit rechter Gewalt.
So what I've found so far is every single civ in this game is an absolute douche. This guy's a douche over city-states. He wants you to not touch city-states ever. Ever. Oh, you got an envoy there? I'm upset with you. Oh, you got an envoy there? I declare war on you. Oh, you got an envoy there? I'm denouncing you. He's just a dick. Yeah, I'm too busy to chat. Get out of my face. After meeting another civ, you see the need for new ways to communicate. So we just got a boost.
Just as our citizens have faith in your leadership, so they are beginning to have faith in a higher power. I think it is wise to cultivate this new way of thinking. Perhaps there is some benefit to be gained.
She's telling you to go get a religion. Okay. So as I was saying before she rudely interrupted, we just earned half of a tech for writing because we discovered another civ. Cool. So when we are ready to go for writing, it'll be half the cost, half the time to research it. There's Germany's little scout. What up, Germany? All right, let's scoot past this guy. And yeah, you can walk through units in this game. So he has a citrus over here. Okay. I don't really see any good place to settle over here. We'll see what's in these tiles down here. I do want to get that silk, but I already have silk in my capital. All right.
I am fond of pigs. Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
Do they? Whatever you say, Churchy. Let's see. Do we want to get writing right away? Probably not. It's a little too early to get that. I'd love to get irrigation, though. I would also love to get archery. Let's just get mining. How long until we get that builder? 7 turns? Gross. Can I buy a slinger? Tell me I can buy a slinger. Yes. I'm going to spend my gold on that. Because one of the techs here gets a boost from killing a unit with a slinger. So we just purchased a slinger, so I'm going to go kill a barbarian, probably that scout, with this slinger, and then we'll have archery half done. Okay, but that's going to have to do it for the first episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've been Shen, you've been you. Come back next time for more adventures with Japan. And glorious, what's your name? Hojo? Hojo Tokimune. Bye-bye.